When your heart is racing, racing at the speed of light, and you feel like you got nowhere else to go. No, I hold you till the sun comes in the morning light. Yeah, I'll keep you safe, I'll never let you go. When your heart is racing, racing.
Well, what an absolute treat we have got for you today. We're supposed to come to Curtis Family Vineyards and do one Grenache, but not to be outdone by everybody else. Mark, what have you done? What have you done here?
Just showing all our Grenaches that we do. And we've got a vertical tasting as well, some back vintage stuff. So it's just to show how it develops over time.
Awesome, so an absolute treat, not only just talking about Grenache and your story and things like that, but the whole range?
Yeah, this is our whole range of Grenache. So a whole spectrum of different styles, different fruit weights, different palate sort of styles, but obviously the same theme as a South Australian and Mclarenville Grenache.
So let's tell the viewers a little bit about the history of, not yourself just yet, we'll talk you up in a minute, but the history of the Curtis or the Curtis family in McLaren Vale.
Yeah, so we've been in Mclarenville. Our first vintage was in 1973. We've been in South Australia since 1956. My dad and his parents and my mum's parents immigrated from Italy and went into dairy farming and market gardening as well. And then from there, we sort of evolved into other industries through grape growing and making wine. So yeah, it's quite a...
So who was the first winemaker?
My grandparents back in Italy made wine for many years, like centuries. Like we're from a long dynasty of winemakers in Italy, and then come to Australia, the new world, as they say, and post World War II sort of effects on the family and the vineyards in Italy, and then started something new in Australia. And then my father went into it, and obviously me and my siblings as well. So
cool. What about Grenache? Like, obviously we love Grenache, but coming from McLaren Vale, Blewett Springs, we've got to talk it up as much as we possibly can.
Yeah.
And this is the whole idea of the series. Let's see what other Grenaches can do. So what does it mean to Mark?
It's a bit of a love affair for me. I think Grenache, especially for the McLaren Vale region, is like its pinnacle variety. We've got some of the oldest Grenache in the state, or in the country, really.
That's a big call.
It is.
That's
it
a big
is.
call.
So having a look at roughly, it's a bit vague on when exactly it came to South Australia, but they're talking early 1830s. So I think a couple of people snuck a few seedlings in their luggage when they took a boat from Europe over.
Yeah.
So. It's I guess it's one of those varieties you can use in anything. Basically, it's quite versatile, and versatile in the styles you make, from say a light sparkling style all the way through to a very heavy, more traditional Grenache style.
Right.
So yeah,
I'm getting pretty excited. Where are we going to start?
We'll start from say the lighter styles all the way through to the heavy styles. And we might decanter some just so we can open it up a little bit, and then we'll have a look at some of the characteristics that are at the front of the wine. So let's get into...
Are you going to decant the first one or not?
Yeah, quickly. Just quickly. Hopefully it doesn't spill everywhere.
What's this decanter?
It's my fancy decanter. Just opens up, gets a bit of air in there and lets all the aromas and the palate open up, because it's been sitting in a bottle for a while, so that it just sort of stretch its legs.
So that might go missing when we're packing up, I reckon.
Maybe.
Maybe. It's pretty cool, isn't it?
So it's
And-
actually quite a versatile thing. You can actually recanter in the bottle, but yeah, that's
That wouldn't happen around here though, would it?
never.
Wouldn't happen at my house, I don't reckon
No.
either.
So
But I guess if you're at home and you're on your own and you've run out of wine safe, then you might.
it's
actually,
it's
there's-
quite a dinner, like a dinner table piece, like especially if you're having people over for, say, Christmas or Easter or something, and set it up as like a bit of a decoration and have your wines decanting as you're eating. But yeah,
It's pretty cool.
I like that style of decanter. So
Where does it come from?
they're actually designed in the Netherlands, I believe. So
The
it's a
Dutchies.
company called Norm,
Norm.
or it's called Menu by Norm. So
Right. I was
yeah.
thinking Norm as in the old guy from the with my similar physique.
Didn't he pass away recently? The
Yeah.
comedian you're talking about?
No, I'm talking about the
Oh, from Cheers.
no, Life Be In It.
Life
Norm.
in it. Well, it's
Oh, it's probably
it's a
before
big
your
bit
time,
before
mate.
me, mate. So,
The older viewers will know what I'm talking about. Had his terry tailing hat on.
Can you see, smell that, those aromas coming through? So there we go.
It's,
So,
we'll go. This bench is pretty good for the colour, isn't it?
yeah. So this is our Heritage Grenache 2021. So it's an early release.
A short release, not how much of it is there?
Not much at all.
Yeah.
It's only, very minimal sort of bottling. We're doing a bit of a trial for this real young, bright, summer type Grenache. Something you can even chill down a little bit.
Yes, well, that was going to
so-
be my next question. A lot of people have been saying that the made ready-to-drink Grenaches, put them in the fridge,
Yeah.
leave them in there,
Slightly chilled would
Slightly
be
chilled?
not too much, because
No,
then
no.
you lose that.
take them back out,
Yeah.
let them sit for a bit, and then
Yeah, just to take the edge off, especially if it's a warm, if we ever get summer this year, if it's a warm day, then yeah. But you can probably smell those like strawberries and cream type
Yeah.
characters.
very, very strawberry, and
strawberry.
lots of fruit.
Yeah. And I like to say like Turkish delight-ish, like almost like a sweet nose on
Okay,
on
yeah.
it. So, but then almost like a very similar to a white wine where there is a bit of citrus coming through as well with the character. But this is the trendy modern style coming through, especially from this region at the moment. Cheers.
Cheers.
So yeah, pretty easy drink.
Pretty easy
And,
to drink. It's got the taste of it was a lot stronger than I thought it was going to be though. Actually threw me. I thought it was going to be a lot lighter.
Yeah.
Wow.
So plenty of fruit, plenty of fruit sweetness. It's quite generous mouthfeel as well. So
And not made to lay down, obviously, but made to drink now, or
drink now, definitely drink now. This style, you could lay it down, but you're going to lose a lot of that vibrant sort of character.
Yeah.
So it's
the
definitely
the colour of
enjoy now.
it is, I've seen rosés almost
Yeah.
as dark as this.
Yeah. So yeah. So that's our early release style in that for a South Australian Grenache.
Right.
And then we've got something similar, but it's going to be the McLaren Vale region. So then you'll see the differences between the two.
Right. So it's fruit from the McLaren Vale region, all through the region in. Or
This first
just-
one's only from the South Australian region. So
Okay.
Lower Murray, Langon Creek regions with a little bit of McLaren Vale, but only a tiny bit.
Right.
But the next ones, plural, will be McLaren Vale.
That was
fruit.
threw me. So, what sort of price point are we at?
Yeah, so that's a $25 bottle of wine.
Yep.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So
Well, that was not what I thought it was going to be, and quite delicious. I can imagine, Christmas lunch, nice warm day, hopefully.
yeah, hopefully, yeah.
Bit of
For
turkey.
sure. Very festive
Yeah.
sort of drink.
And you can have a few. No,
Definitely.
yeah, no worries.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a drinker.
Yeah.
And the colour in the decanter looks awesome. Good work.
Yeah.
Not
Quite
a
vibrant.
Grenache I would expect from you, to be honest. But
It's definitely the other end of the spectrum
Yeah.
from our traditional stuff. So,
when I was coming here, I was thinking, we're going
Big
old
boys.
school Grenache. And
yeah.
when I drink other people's Grenaches, I kind of rate it against yours because yours is usually, that love affair, that really big Grenache. But that is, I think the girls would love this.
Yeah.
And some girly men might like it as well, like me.
Yeah.
But
I like it.
yeah, well, that is. So in the winery,
Yes.
what differs in the winery when you're making this compared to the real heavy?
Like a Shiraz or something.
No, we're going to talk
compared to
Grenache,
this
yeah.
one. So it's more in the vineyard. So having a look at fruit ripeness, characters coming through when
so
when
this
it
would
is
be
ripening.
picked a bit earlier.
Bit earlier,
Yeah.
yeah. So we're looking between say 12 Beaumet to about 13 Beaumet for the sugar levels in the grape
for this one.
For this
Yeah.
one. So it means with our bigger like Grenache styles, we're looking 14 plus.
Yeah.
So to really get a
Wow.
rich,
So
deep
a
sort
couple of Beaumet
concentration.
makes a massive difference.
Huge difference. Yeah.
And picking time between the
All our Grenaches are done by hand
Yeah.
picked. So we try to one because the vine itself is quite fragile,
Okay.
Grenache. So running a machine through it can damage it quite easily, and we don't want that. More work,
Yeah, of course
more
not.
fixing problems, and so we do it by hand. But
and you go through and taste the fruit to make sure it's ready.
weekly, like depending on the weather. Like if it's a hot year, then you probably do it every 2 days just to see how it's performing, how it's the flavours are coming on.
Yeah.
Because you want to pick out the optimum.
And is it your call?
It's my call.
Yeah.
It's
Awesome.
my call.
So
So,
if you get it wrong, it's your fault.
but
when you get it right,
then you take the
take the
accolades,
credit, yeah, fair enough.
So,
All right. What a great place to start.
so yeah.
So what's the story with the beautiful arrange? Obviously, it's what's in the wine. It symbolises the
Yeah.
taste of the wine, but we're going to actually sample it.
Well, I was going to get you to sort of pick one of each of the characters and shove it in your mouth, try all the flavours together,
Yeah.
and then try the wine and see if it symbolises the similar characteristics in those
Righto.
fruits. So
Excuse me while I lean over here. So Turkish Delight, one of my favourites.
Turkish Delight,
one of my
raspberry,
favourites.
and strawberries, which should,
So I'm just going to have a bite of this and then...
and then sort of bang it all in there. So you should get that acidity from the raspberry and the strawberry, and that sweetness coming through as the Turkish Delight, and sort of brings it all together.
Oh, that's the best Turkish Delight I've ever had. I've never actually had a mouthful of Turkish Delight and had wine at the same time. That's really cool.
Can you see those characters? There's almost a bit of sherbet on the Turkish Delight that gives it a bit of zippy
Yeah.
sort of character.
It actually made the wine a lot smoother.
Yeah. The
No,
Turkish Delight has a fair bit of sugar in it.
Yeah. I'm a bit pumped up now after
Yeah.
that Turkish Delight. Good work. That's pretty cool. And if people come down, are you going to do Grenache tastings like this?
Yeah, we will.
Yeah?
We will. Once we're officially open, we will do something similar where we go through like a bit of a Grenache flight or a Shiraz flight, which we do a lot of Shiraz as well. But
Yeah. Well,
Grenache is our
you can book me and Luke from Gone Able. We'll come in for
Too
the first
easy.
Grenache flight.
more
for
than
sure.
welcome anytime.
Maybe Eric, Banner and Yanni might have to come,
Yeah.
seeing they're watching us drooling.
This is our small batch early release McLaren Vale Grenache.
Okay.
So brand new in bottle, probably a week old in bottle. So it's very similar. It is just that vibrant, summery type modern style of Grenache, but it's got a bit of depth to it compared to the other ones. So
the labels
yeah.
are a lot different.
yeah, it's just very minimalistic, the same as the style of wine.
Okay.
So that's what we've done. The label itself is just to capture the eye, to get people to pick it up
Yeah.
on the shelf. So,
And who designed that?
me. We'll get into it.
Yeah. Ladies first.
Pretty ones first.
Oh. You can
So
tell,
just the
tell straight
intensity.
away it's a totally different wine.
So yeah, the concentration, the fruit weight compared to the other one, it's quite heavy, and that's the difference between the regions. So
That's why McLaren Vale is such a standout.
yeah,
Yeah?
definitely.
Yeah, we're allowed to be
I am.
biased, aren't we?
We are.
That's right.
Winemakers are always biased. So quite rich, but light at the same time compared to the other one, where the other one was
I
more
would
than-
say not just looking and cheating, but darker fruit straight away.
Definitely.
Darker berries, almost a bit of plum.
Yeah. So both those two wines with that modern style have no oak at all.
Yeah.
So it's just the fruit. It's just showing the quality of the varietal of Grenache. So
And it's so easy to drink, isn't it?
too
No.
easy almost.
Oh wow, it's dangerous. We'll call it.
Where the vineyard is, it's actually very close to where we are. So the soil type's quite different to the original wine we
Righto.
tried. But this region it just works, this variety in this region with the weather conditions we have,
Yes.
the soil types we have, and the different subclimates that we have in this McLaren Vale region. It just works with this variety especially.
People who don't class themselves as a red wine drinker, you know, might like a rosé or something.
Very approachable.
Very,
for them.
very approachable.
So Grenache is that varietal that can introduce you to red wine.
Yeah.
It's light enough, but it offers so much that if you want to go from the jump from white wine to red, this is the variety. So.
Yeah. Where for me it was Pinot.
Oh, very similar.
Yeah.
So very similar. So.
That is an absolutely cracking wine. We're going to have a little bit more because I'm going to have to.
Yeah. This is a very small batch that we've done because it is the first style of this style because we're more traditional.
When we're talking small batch, because you're not a small winery, but what are we talking about? Do I need to grab some on the way out just in case I miss out? Or?
Well, actually, most of it's spoken for already. So
Right.
we've only
Lucky I already put my name down then.
lucky.
Wasn't I?
Yeah, you just got in the
Just got it.
just got in. So we only did 1,000 cases of it. So yeah, except for yours, of course. Like if you need stuff,
And for the viewers.
and the viewers, if you want to try any. But
Well,
you
they're
can
going to be
get them
lucky.
at your,
They're
you
going
can
to be
get them at
lucky
your
enough.
local.
They're going to be lucky enough to win a bottle
Yeah, definitely.
if they do a really nice
Definitely.
comment.
Yeah.
Absolutely cracking wine, and I've got to ask the retail price.
Yeah, this is $80 per bottle.
Yeah,
So
righto.
it's the top end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you got to pay so much more for that's quality
Yeah,
fruit.
The
don't you?
fruit, the age of the fruit,
Right.
being very low yielding. So, but yeah, super approachable straight away. So this is our limited series range. So this is our top end.
Oh, this is the
piece
one
de
I-
resistance.
This is the one I try to steal every time.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
here.
the one.
Yeah.
That's the one. So we've got the three vintages, the last three vintages we've done. So
I'm going to ask one quick question
Yes.
because you know these are my favourite. But
yeah,
what's the scores?
2016 was 94.
Yeah.
The 2018 was the same, and the 2020 hasn't been rated because we've just bottled it. So
Right.
that's just been released. So we're just waiting for the ratings to come
What-
back. So
What do you reckon? Same or higher?
I think the 2020 was just because of the year. It was a dry year,
Yeah.
so you get bigger concentrations of flavour.
Grenache doesn't mind drier weather.
It sort of thrives on
Yeah.
it with that warmer sort of weather. It doesn't like humid weather like we're having
Yeah, like right now.
at the moment. So 2022 might be a bit tricky, but that's what we.
That's what you
We do,
That's what
so-
you pay the big dollars, mate.
Yeah,
You're the winemaker.
exactly.
You deal with that. Feeling pretty privileged once again.
Yeah, well,
So,
the
tasting these
2016
three?
is long gone, sold out. So I've only got museum stock. So they're
one
rare.
One
yeah.
bottle of that for a viewer.
Yeah.
Well,
2018 sold
maybe
out
a
as well.
viewer, maybe Nathan Seller. Let's start from the top.
So yeah, 2020.
Just been bottled.
Just been bottled, probably a month in
Well,
bottle.
tell me about it. 2020 just been bottled, so we're loving it,
Yeah.
looking after it for a fair while, aren't
Yeah.
we?
So minimum 2 years in old French barriques. So there a barrique is a 225 litre barrel
Right.
that we've held on to for they're about 10 years old. So we use the Grenache in previous vintages, and we just keep using the same barrel. So the older the oak gets, the less of that oak character comes through. So
Okay.
that's sort of what we signature our Grenache on, because we don't want to give it too much oak.
Yep.
So we want the fruit to still come through.
No matter how long you lay it down, that fruit's still there.
It's still there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we want the fruit to be the hero, but we want the structure.
Why wouldn't you when you've got the best fruit in the world?
Oh, definitely.
So it's not a set and forget, is it? You've got to actually earn your living with the Grenache, though, don't you?
It
Checking
is.
it and
Yeah.
bathing.
It's one of the hardest varieties to make, but it's one of those things that it's a labour of love. So yes, it does take a bit of time to make, but then you see the result and you go, we'll do it again. So you can probably tell with that colour compared to the other ones, because it's...
Oh, it's a totally different colour, isn't it?
Yeah.
That is superb.
Yeah,
Once
something like this, you probably want to decanter it for about an hour,
Yeah.
just so that you get the full sort of experience. It's quite an experience, like with older wines especially, having just open the bottle, try it initially, but then decanter it and then try it, say in the evening, but then try a bit the next day and just see how much it changes over.
Well, you could
say,
do
the
that quite
24
easily with
hours.
this decanter, couldn't you?
Definitely.
What do you reckon?
What do I reckon?
Critique yourself. What do you think?
Because it's early days, it's probably got a little bit of bottle shock still, so it takes a bit of time for the wine to come back.
Bottle shock.
Yeah, bottle shock. So it goes through a pretty fine filter at bottling,
Yeah.
just to clean everything up
I'm going to save the food.
at the end. I
To
reckon.
last, I
Yeah,
reckon,
because
yeah.
then you can see the comparison.
So we'll crack
between
on to
the 18. So
the 18.
if you want to give me another glass,
Righto.
and then you can have them next to each other, and you can have a look at.
Oh, you didn't tell me that. I have to still a little bit more while I'm waiting.
Yeah. So they are similar. This one's got a bit more age tinge to it.
Yeah.
So the
So
vibrancy.
age tinge to the
Yeah.
layman. What are you talking
It's
about?
more a bit brick red
Yeah, the
than,
the
than a
purple's dropped down.
purplish.
Yeah.
So you see how it's, because it is 2 years older and it's been in bottle for a lot longer than the 2020. So so the air's got in there and it's
The colour's definitely different.
yeah.
I'm going to...
So the fruit sort of sweetness on the nose is sort of gone a bit.
yeah, so different.
So this style, especially for the old school Shiraz drinkers
Yeah.
that only drink Shiraz.
You could almost trick them.
Yeah, you can go, here you go, try this. And
That's
I go,
nice Shiraz.
oh, that's good Shiraz. And you go, actually, that's Grenache. And then they're hooked, you got them. Because then they start looking for Grenache.
All right, so my all-time fave.
2016.
Yeah, I'm really excited about comparing it against...
The others?
yeah. Would you say this is what put Mark on the map?
Well, this definitely opened up a lot of markets for us,
Yeah.
this wine.
Where would people get it from?
There's a few big retailers that we sell to is Wine Direct. Qantas have it,
Qantas.
yeah. Dan Murphy's,
Yeah.
online.
Righto.
United Sellers.
And what about
JD Sellers.
McLaren Vale Cellars?
McLaren Vale Sellers, yeah.
What is McLaren Vale Cellars?
It's a online store that we created many years ago.
Yeah.
It's coming into its 12th year now. So it was an avenue for us to sort of market our wines and other people.
Help the smaller producers.
Yeah.
Geez, I've got some absolute bargains over there.
Yeah.
Because you can get some very high rating wines at extremely low prices.
Definitely.
Okay?
Yeah.
Getting impatient.
Very impatient.
Wow. But it's that dark, isn't it?
Yeah. So it's carried the colour well over the years. So
All right. There's your leather couch, tobacco,
yeah,
almost cigar box.
cigar-y. Yeah. So you can see the journey of what the wine sort of goes through.
Yeah. The colour, and it hasn't changed.
Not a huge amount.
Not a little bit, but not a huge amount. So obviously it loses its colour early. Yeah.
That vibrant sort of shine sort of goes away after
But
a
the
while.
smell has changed dramatically.
And you probably notice that the tannic back end is probably a bit more pronounced on this wine, just as the fruit sweetness sort of dropped away.
So
to the
this
Mecca
was
it
my
is.
problem because I think this was the first Grenache I ever had.
Yeah. and
So I
sort
kind of try to rate
wow.
other people's Grenaches against it. And I'm going to say that might be around lunchtime. And you might work your way up
So like
to
12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5. Yep.
bed.
Bed.
Now, I noticed the Star Anise.
I was going to get some coffee bean as well, but I think Star Anise is probably enough. Then we get the vanilla.
Very aniseed.
Yeah. And then that chocolate just to balance it. Did you lick your cinnamon?
I put it back? No. I would have really liked a little slow roasted duck.
Definitely.
Yeah. Is it going to be on the menu when the cellar doors open?
We need to get a chef. Maybe I can
Right,
cook.
well,
You want to cook? Can you cook?
No, what I'll do, I can't cook. We'll have to bring Kirby, he's a chef. He used
Yep.
to work at one of the world's best restaurants. We'll bring him down.
Let's do it.
Oh, mate, he cooks a mean duck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I'm a bit disappointed we've got to the end. I was hoping this was going to go forever. So what have we got?
It's our new release, McLaren Vale Grenache Shiraz 2019.
Grenache Shiraz. What's the percentage?
It is...
This year, obviously it varies depending on the fruit.
It does vary. This is 60-40.
Right.
So this is definitely that bigger style Grenache, or Grenache Shiraz.
So this is on the leather couch with a cigar, open fire, middle of winter.
Middle of winter sort of stuff.
But it's good going through them all like that and then having a Grenache Shiraz at the end.
Yeah, or you just see the whole...
Look
whole
at the colour of
spectrum,
it, it's
so-
almost black.
Yeah, so very dark
Yeah.
from that Shiraz. So, yeah. Tobacco, leather, dark chocolate, dark fruit, heavy vanillan character.
Yeah.
I got that from you.
Yeah, didn't you?
Yeah.
At least you pronounced it right. It didn't take you 3 goes. Oh. And
So it's almost like a tarriness to it.
Tarriness?
Tar.
That's not very winemaker, is it? Tarriness.
You can use that in your next
Oh,
show.
well, yeah, because it sounds like I made it up.
Yeah.
Totally different wine. And I know hundreds of people that would love this. This needs the big steak with it, I reckon.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, lamb.
Yeah.
Lamb would go right.
Yeah.
Straight. This I
Are
might
you
call
into
this.
your brisket, slow cooked stuff?
Yeah, I know, I was disappointed. last time he came on, he bought a 12-hour slow cooked steak.
Yeah, the King Henry.
They are superb, aren't they? Ellis Butchers, we should give them
Yeah.
a plug because they did
Yeah.
a great job, didn't they?
They got some really good stuff there. It's funny, I was speaking to a guy, I was in the city, just random, talking to a guy about a barbecue, and he mentioned, I said, I'm from McLaren Vale, and he goes, I'll get my meat from Ellis Butchers down there. I'm like, what?
Oh, I thought you were going to say that he watches Australian Wine
Yeah,
Weekly.
he does that
well.
too. He does that as well.
I'm not going to put the tobacco in my mouth
Why not?
because I don't smoke anymore, as much as I'd love to.
But I'll try a bit of tobacco because I'm not a smoker, or wasn't a smoker.
An absolute cracking wine. Is this in Curto's faves?
It definitely, that style, I love that
Yeah.
style. So yeah, the old school, just, almost on the savoury side of stuff. But
Yeah.
nice
still-
tannins, oak, good oak,
Still easy drinking though.
easy drinking,
Yeah.
yeah. But it can sit in the cellar for a while.
How long? How long?
It's got enough tannin, enough structure there to be a 20 plus wine, easy. But I know you won't have it there for 20 years, but
Oh, I don't have to. I can come back here.
Yeah.
It's easy enough, isn't it? So, once again, if people want to get in contact with you and book an amazing tasting like
Yes.
this with a group,
yeah.
and they could go with Gornite AWOL Tours, give
for
Luke
sure.
a ring, and Luke will
Yeah,
organise
he's
it all
been
for
here a
him.
few times, so
Hasn't
it's
he?
good. Yeah,
He's been talking it up. He has been
it's
talking
good.
it up.
Yeah,
Um,
we love him. We love him to come down
We
more
do.
often.
You know,
So,
great tour, shit bloke, great tours. So if people are going to do that, jump on the website.
Jump on the website
Yeah. And
contact us.
having a marketing degree,
yeah,
your socials are pumping, aren't they?
killing it.
Yeah. Which ones?
Instagram, Facebook,
Twitter?
Twitter. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can pretty much anything.
LinkedIn,
LinkedIn,
Reddit,
Reddit. No,
that's
not yet. Pinterest.
Pinterest.
If
You
you
gotta
want to
put
look at
this
some
on
stuff,
Pinterest.
yeah, chuck
Yeah.
that on there. Snapchat,
Snapchat. I thought that was
TikTok, maybe.
TikTok. An absolute pleasure having you on the show. And what can the punters get in a special wise? You know, you're well known for your specials when you're on the show.
Yeah. So we'll do all our new releases, and we'll do it at a special price. We'll do.
So
food-
let's pull them forward. The new releases.
So the heritage, the small batch stuff, and the new.
Oh, hang on.
And the
It's a
new,
4-pack, is it?
Yeah.
Or-
Well, we could do 4.
Oh,
yeah,
that
4.
wasn't supposed to be in it.
No, we can do that.
All right.
Yeah.
So a 4-pack.
Yeah, and we'll do 30% off, and we'll have the link at the on the website
Yep.
and our socials and so forth. So.
Oh, we'll absolutely pump it because, and the best thing for people to do is to come down here and give you a call.
Yeah,
Get on the dog and bone, give you a call.
Yeah, come have a chat.
Book a time in.
Come have a look at the winery. We might do some barrel tasting. Yeah.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers.
When you're high